Is it really all in our mind? Have you ever considered evaluating the source of diseases? Do people really just pop up with the disease because their body has decided to go haywire for an unknown cause? Most sites with diseases that are not caused by environmental factors such as smoking, sanitation, diet, state the cause of a specific disease is unknown. In doing research, disease may be caused by a number of factors. However, the main reason may be due to poor emotional health and or ineffective coping methods to stress. The type of thought patterns a person has leads to an emotion being expressed. An emotion will present a physical state or a behavior, and that can go for the negative or the positive. Years of self-induced suffering. I have done more research with a deeper look into lupus SLE. I am fully aware of what lupus SLE is. I understand it's due to the suppression of the immune system, consequently making it attack itself in air. My question is why? Why does the immune system just decide to decline? What happened? What triggered the decline? If stress can cause disruption to one's physical health, does it, along with one's unresolved emotional pain, trauma, and or coping methods, have a link to the onset of many diseases? A research article stated, I learned that illness wasn't random and wasn't genetic for the most part. In fact, illnesses can be traced to certain emotional patterns. However, I suggest that disease can not only be traced to certain emotional and thought patterns, it stems from poor emotional development and or coping methods to stress. So if a person is able to self-destruct, they are able to self-heal. We do it every day. Think about when you fall and cut yourself, you scrape your knee and you put on a band-aid. Your body is healing that wound. So think about this scenario. So Bella had just gone through a breakup, and her brain was pumping high levels of cortisol through her body. It was not until a person stated to her, your skin didn't look like that before. Stop stressing. And a light bulb had gone off. All these years she had suffered from exacerbated skin problems and lupus SLE. Could she have caused all of this herself? Is she really stressed? What it why is she stressed? How does she stop stressing? What is the root cause? After doing research, I have come to realize Bella was initially affected as a child with her unresolved emotions involving fear. Lupus may stem from unresolved emotions and is exacerbated by stress. A person's psychological state is an important factor in health. If one feels abandoned but does not feel angry, they become depressed and possibly lose confidence in themselves. The stress hormones released after can irritate the skin. Depression influences the health of a person either by having a direct relationship with the immune system or by indirectly influencing how a person takes care of themselves. Negative emotions left unacknowledged leaves a greater chance of mental or emotional problems to resurface for a person. An article stated, what we believe is that the role of the mind and emotions in our state of health is a vital one. The body responds to the way a person thinks, feels, and acts. When a person is stressed, anxious, or upset, the body tries to communicate that something is not right by altering physical conditions. So poor emotional health can weaken the body's immune system. Negative attitudes and feelings of hopelessness and helplessness can create chronic stress, and that upsets the body's hormone balance. it depletes the brain's chemicals that are required for happiness, and it damages the immune system. We have been conditioned to believe that emotions and unresolved trauma are not part of disease, mostly because we can't see them. But what we can't see also matters. We have a health crisis of invisible disorders, and that leaves the Western doctors at a loss. However, Chinese medicine and other practices have always understood the role of emotions in wellness. Trauma and emotions around it, like resentment, rage, shame, grief, are not only carried in the mind, but in our bodies. Sometimes they do manifest physically, like in our posture, but usually they're unseen. But they drive our behaviors, our actions, and they keep us locked in habit patterns. We think memories and emotions are stored only in the brain, but every emotion we have is also stored in the body in the form of energy. Every emotional experience travels to our body if we don't process and release the emotional energy. The emotion that gets stored in our body by not being processed affects our nervous system and our immune system, just like environmental factors contribute to inflammation. So keep your E in motion. The emotional development and ability to cope with stress is a vital factor in one's well being, and it's never too late to learn how to heal the body and the mind. We have to learn how to manage stress, how to cope, understand what our triggers are, and overcome those fears. It is a proven fact that a person is able to be perfectly healthy with high levels of stress. So, understanding the mind body connection and knowing how to manage stress effectively will go a long way. People have to understand how our thoughts and emotions affect our health and how to manage it. When Bella was in the hospital, although mainly intended to treat an immediate medical condition, was not assessed mentally or emotionally. Bella unknowingly made herself suffer for years, simply because she had no idea she was stressing or how to cope with the stress and emotions in a healthy manner. Let's get to the root of the cause. Stay with me in this series of LupieNoMore, and we'll get deeper into lupus SLE.